Have you ever lost a fight because your head was not in the right place and not because your opponent was better? Do jitters stop you from performing well? Or maybe you feel that something is missing in your training, but you just can't put a finger on what exactly is wrong. Would you like to be mentally tougher? Even if you're mentally tough already, would you like to maximize your training and reach new levels? If you're a coach, would you like to have a better understanding of the mental game and help your fighters? If the answer to all these questions is yes, then keep watching because I can help you. They say champions are born and not made. This mostly applies to champions' trait of mental fortitude. I don't think so. Although we are all different and some of us are truly born tougher than others, mental toughness can be learned. Just like a physically weak person can get strong with a good strength training plan and diet, so can a person improve on their mental attributes and become a lot more resilient and successful in the sport of their choice, or life. I know I did. When I was a child, nobody thought of me as mentally strong. I shied away from conflict and was sick every other week. Even when I began training judo, I lost all my matches during the first year of competing. No one ever thought I would start winning and I was considered not talented. I'm about to share with you exactly how you can become mentally tough by teaching you what I've learned during my many years of competing and practicing combat sports. The things that transformed me from scared little boy to an undefeated MMA fighter. To put it another way, your current approach to training and competing is why you skip training from time to time even though you know you shouldn't. You lose fights to people you should be able to beat, is why you beat most people in the gym but not in competition, is why you let the jitters get to you so you choke in a fight, is why your training is not as sophisticated as it should be, is why you're dragging your feet to training instead of looking forward to it, is why you get depressed after a bad training session or a lost fight. MMA is a tough sport, not only physically but also mentally. The difference between a champion and a regular fighter is often in the mind. The skills of highest level MMA fighters are very close, but we all know that champions have that special something in their mindset that sets them apart. It's the difference that makes the difference. I believe the mental qualities of a champion can be learned just like you can learn a triangle choke or any other technique. But if you ask around what makes someone tough, you will probably not get a satisfying answer. Most coaches just don't know or think you have to be born that way, and that is not the case. My name is Mark Leichner, and it is my great pleasure to introduce Mental Training for MMA 2.0, a fighter's guide to mental toughness. I have trained martial arts for over 25 years. Not just trained, I competed against the best fighters and learned from top MMA coaches in the world. Mental Training for MMA 2.0 is a result of all my struggles, defeats, victories, injuries, depressions, and exaltations. And it will make you a tough SOB. The sports-related mental issues you once had will disappear, so you will be able to perform to your potential. So what can you learn from this guide? Why the samurai visualize gruesome deaths every day and how a modification of this technique can help you become better in the octagon. 5 ways to destroy pre-fight jitters and never choke in a fight again. A little fear and anxiety can be good before competition, but too much can interfere with your performance, and this is when the adrenaline dump wreaks havoc on your body. Knowing these 5 ways to destroy the jitters can mean the difference between winning and losing. The difference between internal and external motivation and which is better. 8 ways to improve your training mentality. It all starts in the gym, and if you only get this one right, it will completely transform how you look at training and skyrocket your improvement. Why it's important to set the right expectations and what impact it has on you. How you can use the connection between thoughts, words and body posture to your advantage. I'm pretty certain that all 3 of these are not aligned in most fighters, which is not good. I'll show you how to align them, what is the proper body posture to have after conditioning or sparring sessions, and how it impacts your performance. Why self-image is one of the most important things you can learn about. Learning about self-image changed my life, and it can do the same for you. Why limiting beliefs are holding you back and how to replace them with more useful ones. Guided meditation with visualization. This exercise is called The Theater of the Mind and it's featured on the CD. There is a lot of talk about the importance of visualization for sports, but not many people know how to do it right. The CD will guide you step by step through the whole process, teach you how to do it yourself, how often you should do it, and the most important aspects of this powerful process. How to improve your training time management and achieve more. And much, much more. But why would you trust what I'm saying and what guarantees this will be a worthwhile purchase? How about this? I was considered the best 185-pound Serbian MMA fighter in 2008. I'm undefeated in MMA, no draws either. I was a member of a national judo team, gold medalist at Yugoslavian Open in judo, silver medal in National Freestyle Wrestling Championship. I won a few grappling tournaments. I have been competing and practicing martial arts for over 25 years. I trained with some of the best MMA fighters and coaches in the world. I also trained with wrestling Olympians and coaches of national teams, BJJ world champions and judo Olympians as well. I broke every bone in my body twice because I trained like a maniac and competed with the best. Look, I'm not saying all this to brag. I just wanted to present my credentials in order to convince you that investing in mental training for MMA 2.0 is going to help you become tough as nails mentally. I'm not a psychologist, nor do I pretend to be one. I'm just a guy who has had a lot of competitive experience and who has learned many mental game lessons along the way. When I first wrote this guide, I thought it was good, but I wondered what an expert would think. So I gave it to a psychologist who is also a long-time student of MMA and kickboxing. This is what he said.
Giving this testimonial was really easy, despite the fact that I'm notoriously critical. In this case, I had no remarks and the material is solid. Mark wrote a good book that can be used as a manual for early development and improvement of your mental game in combat sports. His book is good for many reasons, but two that I think are most important is that Mark paid attention to scientific research of mental processes that back up material in the book, and he also gave the examples from his sports career. As a psychologist who is focused on sports psychology, I worked with many athletes who are stuck and don't see a good way out of their problem. Mark gave you some basics to try and find a way for yourself, and I highly recommend that you read it.
Mental Training for MMA 2.0 has 39 pages of high quality content. Don't be fooled by the low page count. There is no fluff, it's dense with high quality information, and I only wrote what you can use immediately. You can probably read it in an hour. In fact, I deliberately made it as short as possible so you can get only the most important lessons and implement them quickly. It comes with a guided mental exercise on a CD as well. And it's dirt cheap. It costs $7. Yes, that's right, $7. So for the price of 2 chai tea lattes in Starbucks, you can get this incredible product that can help you solve whatever sports related mental issues you have. My friends think I'm crazy for offering it at such a low price, but I want everybody to have a chance to buy it. I know it's worth a lot more than $7, and I'm probably going to raise the price soon, but if you act now, you can get it at this very low price. Who is this product for? MMA competitors who are losing fights or are not winning as much as they should. Other martial artists as well. Even though this book was written with MMA in mind, all martial artists can benefit from it because the same rules apply. Coaches who want to help out their students. With this guide will come a better understanding on what goes on in a fighter's head and how you can help them perform better. Recreational martial artists who just want to maximize their training and improve a lot quicker. Even though you might never compete, this guide will help you perform better in the gym and take your skills and conditioning to the next level. I know how it feels to lose constantly, to not be able to achieve your full potential, to be stuck in a vicious cycle of self-loathing and depression because you can't seem to make any progress. You just know you could achieve more and be more if you weren't stuck. I had to go through this, but you don't have to. A wise man once said, "The intelligent learn from their mistakes, the wise learn from another's." You can learn from mine and save yourself a lot of time and trouble. All you have to do is invest in this product now and start implementing what you learn. The price will probably go up soon, so take action and click the buy button below.